Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith, and today I'm showing you a super quick and easy hairstyle in honor of the Bianca Renee Today Hairstyle Challenge. Bianca Renee is a very popular curly hair influencer, and she comes up with a new challenge every year for her and her subscribers to go through together. And this year it's hairstyles. One new hairstyle a week. Have I been keeping up with the challenge? Not at all. But I'm putting my contribution out there today. I am very much a novice at hairstyles, but I'm going to show you how I did this one, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, my hair is freshly washed and conditioned. I used the Umberto Giannini Curl Jelly Wash Shampoo and the Curl Jelly Care Conditioner, and I used their Banana Butter Leave-In Conditioner. I really enjoy these products. The shampoo and conditioner have a very light florally scent. The shampoo is very thick, almost feels like glue in your hands, but as soon as it hits the water in my hair, it just lathers up really nicely. It's very concentrated, and so a little goes a long way. And I did double cleanse today, so I just did the classic lather, rinse, repeat to get a really nice deep clean. The conditioner is not quite as thick, but it's a really nice creamy consistency. It's tinted pink, which I think is really cute, and it is also pretty concentrated. So I don't need very much, but it gives me really good, slippery, creamy hair to detangle. It just makes my hair feel like silk, and my brush glides right through. The Banana Butter Leave-In is very thick and on the heavier side, so I just take a little finger dip of it and work it through, and it smells so good. It smells like a banana Laffy Taffy, and it's like a bright yellow color, and it's really hydrating. I only need the tiniest bit, and I just finger comb it through and then brush it through. And then I just stuck my hair up into a shower cap and covered it with this towel, so it would stay relatively wet, but not get me soaking wet. And now I'm gonna take it down so we can get started. Just gonna loosen the hair up a little bit by running my fingers through it. I'm just gonna brush through it to get started, to make sure it's still nice and smooth and detangled. And then I'm gonna take my comb and part it right down the middle. And I'm just gonna look in my mirror that's right here, so hopefully it's not too distracting that I'm not looking straight at the camera. It's really hard to do my hair without my glasses. And it's especially hard to do when I don't have a mirror at all, which is usually the case. But I wanted to make pretty good straight parts today, so I definitely wanted to make sure I could see myself in a mirror. And I'm gonna try to remember to have a smiley, pretty looking face and not make really goofy, ugly faces while I do this, but I'll probably forget. There are a few reasons I'm doing this style on wet hair, and one of them is so that I can get really clean parts, and another is so that I can get my roots really smooth for this next part. So I'm going to section out this first face framing sort of section from the middle of my head down to my ear. And my lines are not gonna be perfect, just not gonna happen. You can make your lines perfect if you want to. I am very much at a beginner level for hairstyles. So this one's gonna be pretty easy, but I'm still probably not gonna make it look super effortless because I'm just not all that great at hairstyles. But I figured I would make this tutorial to show anyone like me how to do even a simple style like this. So I just sectioned out this part of my hair near my ear because I don't want to put that part up. And this part is going to go into a little tiny ponytail. And I'm just using these little cotton ponytails that I use for my daughter. Because I don't have any of those little rubber band ones. So obviously these ones are more visible. You could absolutely use the little rubber band ones if you want. You just want to be careful not to let them tug on your hair too much. And you also don't want to put in these ponytails too tight. And now I'm going to section out about a similar sized section right behind this ponytail. So you could clip this over to the side to get it out of the way for a minute, but I am going to tuck it behind my other ear because I didn't bring any clips in here. And now that we have this section combed through nice and smooth, we're going to put it in a ponytail, and we're not going to join this hair into it. We're going to do them separate. And that's how it's looking so far. Now we're going to do the slightly tricky part. Just going to pull this ponytail out a little bit and separate it. Make a little separation in the middle. And then we're going to pull the back ponytail through the front one. And I'm just going to comb through them. And there we have it. That's this side finished. Obviously, you can see my ponytail holders. Like I said, you can definitely use those little elastics if you don't want that to show. That might look a little bit more elegant, sleek, mature, but do whatever you want. Make it look however you like, or work with what you've got, which is what I'm doing. On this side, I'm actually gonna separate out the entire section first and then separate out the front section from that, which is what I should have done from the beginning, but a lot of the time when I sit down in front of the camera, I just totally forget the plan and the most efficient way to do things. And then I separated out the front section. And because I did it like this, I'm going to do the back ponytail first and then the front ponytail. It shouldn't really matter. It just depends on how coordinated you are, which I am not very. Just want to do it however you think you'll be able to best get smooth roots. And you want to try to get this evenly in the same placement as the other side. This is tricky for me too, especially when I'm not wearing my glasses. I could probably put them back on in a minute. Now that the sectioning is out of the way. That looks pretty good. And this will work really good on curly hair to do it wet like this, because you'll be able to comb through it to make it nice and smooth before you do the ponytails. If you have a lot of frizz often on your root area, or if you want it to look extra sleek, you can put a little bit of gel on these sections as you comb through them, and that'll help keep it nice and smooth and free of too many flyaways. All right, so again, we're gonna take this front ponytail, pull it a little bit out, and make a small opening so you can thread the other ponytail through. My ponytails aren't super even, they're not perfect. I'm not really good at this yet. This hairstyle challenge has really encouraged me to try more new things. And for anyone out there who might be more like me, not great at this kind of thing, I just want to remind you that it's okay to not be great at things, especially things that you haven't done very much in the past. It's always okay not to be good at something, and it's always okay to try to learn and get better. Since I'm pretty slow at this because I'm not very experienced, my hair has gotten a little bit more dry than I'd like, so I'm going to spray it down really quickly to get it a little bit more wet. Just on the ends. And I'm going to carefully brush through it just to smooth everything together. And then I'm gonna scrunch in some mousse. All right, I only got to diffuse for about 10 minutes. That's all I had time for. And then I air dried my hair the rest of the way. It wasn't soaking wet, so it didn't take too long. But it's finally dry now, and it has a little bit of crispiness, so I'm just going to scrunch that out. But I'm obviously not going to fluff my roots because of the ponytails. I'll fluff them in the back. And this is the finished hairstyle. I think it's really cute. It's very simple. My hair is nice and bouncy and springy and very soft. My ponytails are not laying down flat to my head, which is really saying something for me because you can probably tell I do not get very much volume whatsoever. So doing that trick where I put the other ponytail through the front one really helps lift these up to give them the tiniest bit more volume so they're not drooping onto my head. If you wanted to and you have very flat, thin, smooth hair like I do, You could tease a little bit in this section, not on the first layer. You'd lift the first layer up, tease the section under that, and then lay the smooth section over top so you don't see the teased part. But I'm not gonna do that because the way I've been feeling lately, I would rather have it be flat than have to deal with combing out the teasing later. If you wanted to, you could also brush style. Obviously, you could brush style the whole thing if you really wanted to, or if that's your normal routine, your go-to. Or you could just brush style these little pieces that'll be sticking out from the ponytail, because those are the ones that are right in the front. But I did not. These are like my happiest pieces. So they usually swirl up pretty nicely into nice little wavy spirals. But you could brush style them, finger coil them, or finger roll them. You could even pin curl them if you really wanted to, which is where you finger curl them and then pin them up while they dry so that they stay a little bit bouncier and don't get stretched out as they dry. Those are just some additional options for you to think about depending on your hair type and the way you want the style to look. The products that I used are linked in the description box below, and there are also timestamps in this video so you can skip to the part that you want to see or go back and re-watch a section to see it again. I try to do that on all of my videos so they are as helpful to you as they can be. If you liked this one, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that, and it does help me out a lot. Comment below and tell me if you like this hairstyle, if you are too advanced for this one, or if you think it's cute and you're gonna give it a try. This hairstyle challenge is really fun. It really pushes me out of my comfort zone. And even though I'm not super great at doing hairstyles on myself, it's still really fun to try, and I hope that I can improve through practice. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. And as always, I want to remind you to love yourself fully and faithfully. And I'll see you next time. What am I doing?